Okay guys, so now this is the video about installing. So first things first, I've already taken the tape off because let's be fair, the tape is a pain in the ass to get off. We're going to start by getting this front one put on. Now I'm going to try to use the tweezers because it might help me steady my hands a little bit. The plan is to set it right in there and avoid touching anything that could shock it. I'm just going to set it in there and push it on tight. Put some pressure on it. It's double-sided tape, so it needs to stick. Okay, we'll come back here. I think I'm going to try to get this one on first, the little guy. See if we can't get it to sit in there correctly first. And I only got one go at this, so let's not screw this up. I'll just put it on there like so. And just push it tight. And you can kind of pinch it with that other one to help out, you know. And I kind of lifted at a little bit of an angle because I want to set this one on the top here. Just like so. And then we'll push that down just a touch. Kind of put a little bit of pressure on it to let that tape do its job. And that's what it'll look like. I'm going to have one here, one here, one here. I have some copper ones that I'm going to use later on to compare, but that's what it should look like, okay? And hopefully it looks like we're all clear. I don't see any big gaps there, but this one looks kind of dorky because it's up there, but we're okay. It's fine. Utility purpose. Again, I'm not going to do the ESP. I don't really see a point. It's kind of, like I said, from a lot of my research says that this is just a shield. Nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and get the standoffs put on. I'm using my trusty iFixit screwdriver. Not a sponsor. I found putting the standoffs on, it's actually works really well if you just stand it up like so, push the screw through, and then just take the standoff and twist it onto the end there. You know what I mean? And then once you've got them all on, you can tighten them down with the screwdriver and just by holding them. You don't need to crunk them down. You will crack the circuit board if you tighten them down way too tight. So they just need to be tight enough, let's say. This one on, just like so. And like so. And then one more. I'm about out of these standoffs too, and I've got a couple more Bitaxes coming, so put that on. Alright, and then you can take your screwdriver and hold on to it. And just, if I can get it in there, tighten it down just a touch. Just a little bit. Don't need it too crazy. And that's what it'll look like. It'll sit there just like that. You got a spreader there, or heat shield there, or heat sink there. And got two back here. Like I said, I'm going to let these stand for a little while because I want them to adhere correctly. I've seen a lot of people talk about how they'll fall off after it starts getting warmed up. So we're going to let it sit like that for 10 minutes maybe. And then we'll fire it up and set it in the shop and let it out in the storeroom and see what it does compared to the one without heat sinks standing on a stand like that. So both opened like that now. Important things to remember. Keep it away from this barrel jack hole or plug right here and from the USB-C. You want to cover those circuits, but you don't want them touching that because it could ground out. Now, you know, safe than sorry. Same back here. Keep it slightly spaced out. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I did keep it gapped just a tiny bit. The chip's kind of overhanging right there, but it's okay. Same with this guy on top. You want to keep them spaced out as much as possible. And then I'll get back to you with a short on the results of this. I think it'll be pretty cool. If you need help tracking down any of this stuff, just hit me up. I'm happy to post about it. I'm going to make a post on YouTube about where, you know, kind of what to look for. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. More content coming. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to. Be doing some more budget-friendly stuff, kind of like this. Like I said in my short, I don't want to kill my Bitaxe. These things are expensive to me, and I think they're cool as hell. Probably some of the neatest hardware I've ever seen. I feel like they're reaching out to us guys that were, playing around with the possibility of USB mining. Before it was just the nerd miners, and now we've got this really cool stuff like this. So, anyways, like, subscribe, follow. Any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, let me know. Happy to help. Peace out, guys.